Well, hello again, and welcome back to all of you that were away to Sayward, to the mainland and beyond. In this video, I want to introduce you to a new way of measuring angles called the radian. And if you want, you can also read up about it on page 187. So, for any given circle, if the arc length between two radii, so let's say that we've got this radii here. Oops, something wrong with the computer. There we go. We've got this radii here and here. And let's say that the arc length, this piece here, between them, is the same length as the radii. Then the angle, we can say that the angle between those two pieces is called 1 radian. So it's called 1 radian if the arc length is the same size as the radius. Well, this relates to other things. You probably remember that the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. So if we think of r as not just the radius, but as an arc length of r, then there must be 2 pi of them all the way around the circle. So that means that the angle all the way around a circle, kind of like 360 degrees, what we're used to, is 2 pi. So 2 pi radians is the same as, it's equal to 360 degrees. Well, if we take half of each of those, that's like saying pi radians equals 180 degrees. And we can use that idea to switch back and forth between degrees and radians. For example, let's say that we've got 75 degrees and we want to change that into radians. So if pi radians and 180 degrees are the same thing, I can multiply the 75 by pi over 180, and that means my units here, my degrees, will cancel out, and I'll be left with an answer in radians. So I've got 75 pi over 180. The biggest number that goes evenly into both of those would be 15. So 15 goes into 75 5 times, and 15 goes into 180 12 times. So that means 75 degrees is equal to 5 pi over 12 radians. In a similar way, I can take something that's already in radians, like negative 3 pi over 4. But instead of multiplying by pi over 180, I want to multiply by 180 over pi so that the pi's cancel out. And then I'll be left with something in degrees. So negative 3 times 180 is, what's that, 300, 540, I hope. And divided by 4 comes out to 100. Ooh, that's a negative, by the way. Negative 3 times 180. So negative 540 divided by 4 is negative 100 and